congratulations with Force of Nature.
Thank you very much.
Hey, anyways, I wanna remark that hey, you look great in a police uniform.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you very much. I wasn't expecting to look great because I think the role doesn't really focus on that. I mean, the story with her. But I was really comfortable. I'm gonna say that. Like it was very comfortable. Like the pants, everything. It was good. The boots was, it was a little bit too much in Puerto Rico in that heat. But because I was wet all the time, then it wasn't that bad, I guess.
Oh, okay. So what attracted you initially into a project like Force of Nature? I mean, this is a very action-oriented film.
Yeah, I think it was just an entertaining, fun film. I like my character. I think she's a strong young girl who she's very eager. She wants to do things the right way. And it's not a character that it's actually based on her looks or, the love story. She doesn't have any love story in the film. And she really like she's looking to make some points, to her boss, and then she really believes in doing things the right way and trying to help other people. So I like that. And besides the fact that I'm working with Mel Gibson, of course, and and
Of
really cool
course.
actors, so it was a great learning experience for me, and just another step in my career, I guess. I've been doing this since I'm 9 years old, but I guess acting in English, it was really strong challenge for me, and I've been trying to do it for a long time, and and I just did it, and it felt great, and it was a real challenge. It wasn't easy. It's not easy to act in a different language. It's not.
Did you do any special preparations to get in the role of a policewoman?
Yes. As soon as I got to Puerto Rico, the only thing that I wanted to do is, besides getting like the hair, like the feeling of how she wears her hair, and she dresses and the boots and everything. I wanted to play with my props. I wanted to get comfortable with my uniform and the boots and like the guns and shooting. But I really needed to feel the weight, the weight moves with me, and I think it was just very important. Besides watching all the police women around me, I just needed to feel to to feel my props, to feel the things that I was going to be using.
How was the being on production in a close quarters type of production? Where because when I was watching it, everything was happening in tiny apartments and tiny hallways and all this kind of stuff. Could you talk about the challenge of that, and not to mention that they put all this rain and water and all this kind of stuff all around you?
It was a really amazing building, so it was good. Although yes, the hallways were very stretched. It was a big crew, and you didn't have a lot of spaces to like hang out, right? And you were wet all the time. Everybody was, because they had these huge machines to like pour rain. Besides the fact that sometimes it was actually raining for real. Um, so yeah, it was good. I mean, we had some other locations in Puerto Rico besides the building, so it was good.
Did you get to do your own stunts? Because it seems kind of dangerous.
I did it. I did it. My stunt. She only did just one tiny like scene where a glass had to be broken. Um, and then I did everything basically. They didn't know that I was gonna do it, and I didn't know that they didn't know that I was not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always in my mind thought I'm gonna do it, but they didn't expect that. So when I did it, I think it was a nice surprise, and everybody was surprised, including myself. I was like, I don't know how I did that scene. What do you mean? I just did that? It's kind of crazy.
Sounds like you had a nice rush throughout the entire project. So
Yes, it felt very intense since day one. It was intense. It was like first day, okay, all of your scenes are with Mel, and it's like boom, 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 action, action. I was like, ugh. Yeah, every day it was very intense.
How was working alongside with Emil?
It was great. He's a very fun guy and very entertaining, and he's also a singer, and he was releasing his first album. And so and I'm a singer too, so we were talking about music the whole time between takes. We were just, I don't know, I would sing a melody and he would be, okay, let's put lyrics to this, and it was just fun. He was fun to work with. He's a good friend.
And any chance of a duet, recorded duet with Emil?
But yeah, there's a chance to do it for sure.
Now, you mentioned before that you worked alongside with Mel Gibson. I want to know, what was your first impression of him when you got to meet him for the first time?
He was very nice to me. He was surprised by the hair, I guess, by the color of the hair because I changed it. He was very respectful to me and serious at his job, but at the same time, because he wasn't directing, he was more relaxed between takes, and we were just talking. And as a Latina and South American as I am, I was like asking a lot of questions and they trying to be intense and like connect with him since the beginning. I was like, okay, let's just connect. And he was with his daughter. He was really nice. It was awesome. It was actually fun.
Now, you mentioned that you did a lot of, Spanish language television shows, like telenovas before. Why did you want to enter into the English market now?
So I did my first commercial when I was 3 years old, a butter commercial. And then I did soap operas, but it was like more of like a kid soap opera. So it was with music. It was kind of like Disney. We don't have that in Peru, Disney. So we did that. And it was fun. And I sang and I had dance classes and tap ballet, and then my family has an art school. So I started dancing more and singing more and writing songs. And then I kept doing TV. And then I transferred into, I moved to Colombia. And then I started doing comedies, Ugly Betty, and some of those are like certain comedies that were born in Colombia. And they're not soap operas like everybody feels like. Soap operas here are different.
Yeah, that's true.
They're very different. So they were more comedic, more like serious, but they were aired every day. So we would do like
100 episodes.
150 episodes I've done. It's crazy. So I didn't stop working. Then I did theater. Then I did musical theater. I did Chicago. I released my first album, and then I moved to New York. And I said, well, I'm always kind of like moving around, trying to get new challenges and trying to get to see other cultures and learn. Because as an actor, I feel like I don't like feeling comfortable. I've always liked to I'm very curious, and I always like to learn from different people and different, how do you say it in English? Idiosyncrasies, like cultures.
Yeah.
So that has taught me a lot, actually, and it's just very helpful to every creative process. But acting, like really acting and try and be, authentic and be free in another language, you gotta feel very comfortable with that language, and that took me a while. I'm still in that process. Yeah.
So moving on forward for yourself, what are your expectations for your career from now on? Are you wanting to do more American English stuff?
Yes. I mean, I've been living here in Los Angeles for the last 5 years, and I've made this my home, and I really like it, and I really like California. I think it's a beautiful state. It's a beautiful place. I have the mountains, I have, snow, I have the beach. The weather is amazing. There's a lot of like a consciousness about wealth and health and healthier ways of living, which I really like. So yes, I see myself here, and I see myself working here in the States. So I'm manifesting that to the world.
Excellent. Well, let me wrap it up with one more question. It's a mandatory, obligatory question that we always ask, but because of the situation of the pandemic, I have to ask it anyways. Do you have future projects that you're hoping after all this is over?
Yes, after Force of Nature, I did another film that it's gonna come out supposedly this year, but we're waiting to see what's gonna happen with the festivals. We don't really know what's gonna happen with that. And yeah, I have a few projects. I was gonna film another movie later, two movies in a series, but everything is on hold. Nobody's filming right now, so I think maybe things are gonna start reactivating in like maybe a couple months.
Excellent. And real fast, in your imagination, what do you think was the creature in the next room?
It was some sort of really angry, horrible cat.
Got
Yeah.
Well, that's a great answer. Hey, Stephanie, hey, thank you very much. And once again, congratulations with Force of Nature. It was very enjoyable to watch.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.